Marissa has a big following, you know. She was loved by the community, you know. She was big in softball, you know. And they're gonna stand with us, you know. And they want answers too, you know. So I'm gonna take it as far as I can take it.
A Hanford family is now questioning authorities over the investigation into the crash that killed their daughter almost a year ago.
As Fox 26 News reporter Myra Franco explains, her family wants justice.
That's right. A civil complaint was filed on behalf of 14-year-old Marissa Cardona by her dad Rocky against a driver after he found out she was charged with a misdemeanor. You'll also find the county of Fresno in that complaint. Marissa's dad says the purpose of this story with Fox 26 is to get answers to questions that simply aren't getting answered.
Why is the DA not doing their due diligence? You know, why ain't they talking to me? Why won't they take my calls? Why won't they answer some of my questions?
Questions that Rocky Cardona says have haunted him ever since his 14-year-old daughter, Marissa Cardona, died on March of 2022 after the driver of another car blew a stop sign and hit her and her mom on Mount Whitney Avenue and Cedar Avenue in Fresno. Cardona says since investigation started, it's been
non-existent.
The initial investigation took nearly a year. Ashley Egan was charged with a misdemeanor, but Cardona now asks, was justice served correctly?
The driver of the other vehicle, she's a non-sworn officer that works at the Department of Corrections at Corcoran. Her spouse is the warden of Pelican Bay State Prison. You know, and with that being said, it's like, is this the reason why it's being downplayed?
Kevin Little is a Cardona family's attorney on the case.
Why was it that you blew through the stop sign and made no effort to brake before this accident? What were you paying attention to instead of the road?
Police reports that say anything about how fast the driver was going when she ran the stop sign. They never did a toxicology report, never did a cell phone check just to see if she was distracted.
Cardona says it's disappointing that they did not investigate that, but they did investigate his wife, who was a victim.
There was a criminal background check ran, and my wife's name is on it. And they couldn't give me an answer to that.
He says the DA also told him going 21 miles over the speed limit was not gross negligence. Cardona says Egan was also taken to the hospital to be checked out and had blood taken, which would reveal whether or not she had been under the influence, but
the district attorney that has the case, his exact words to me were he would not find a judge in Fresno County that would sign off on a warrant to get those medical records.
I don't buy for a minute the explanation that's been given to us so far, that there's no way that they can legally, that law enforcement can legally obtain records under these circumstances. Of course they could.
I reached out to the Fresno County District Attorney's Office for a comment regarding the case. It said, quote, filing decisions are based solely upon the facts, the law, and the sufficiency of the evidence. Unfortunately, our office does not comment on active cases. I also spoke with the CHP Fresno spokesperson over the phone. He says the day of the scene, no sobriety test was conducted on the driver because CHP says there was no probable cause or reasonable suspicion since there was no signs of impairment. Cardona says the medical records could tell a different story.
I'm not asking for, I'm not asking for her to get locked up, throw away the key, All I want as Marissa's dad, for me and my family and my wife, for them to be able to come to me and say, we did our full investigation, we did everything we could in our power, and this is what we came up with.
Little says he's familiar with another case from 2019 that is similar to this one. The driver in that case was charged with a felony. That's after they looked at the person's phone and found out they were using it. Liz Monty.
Well, Myra, did the attorney mention if that driver, Egan, was distracted, if things would be different?
Cardona tells me the district attorney told him that even if the driver was on the phone, texting, or even watching a movie, it wouldn't be a cause for gross negligence. He says in his eyes, it wasn't even worth trying.
All right, thanks so much, Myra. Egan is due in court on next Tuesday.
Cadona says the district attorney's office told him he did not have to be present, but he is inviting the entire community who is rallying behind him to join in if they would like.
Now, the county of Fresno is also listed as in that complaint in regards to that dangerous intersection. It says that there have been multiple accidents at that intersection and the county has failed to do anything about it.
Want to see more stories like this? Watch Great Day weekday mornings from 5 to 10 and Fox 26 News at 10.